What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Nerd Doc. Moon Knight is right around the corner, but before it arrives, we wanted to give you a quick glimpse at how the Moon Knight Disney Plus series will connect to Blade and the greater MCU. Everything we're going to talk about in this video is technically a rumor, so as always, take it with a small grain of salt. However, if you keep tabs on our Instagram and other social media accounts, you'll know that we post daily news and rumors from reliable sources who have reported credible leaks in the past. So not 100% confirmed, but very likely, therefore this is a spoiler warning. If you have any questions about Moon Knight, how he's connected to the MCU, or anything else from this video, leave a comment and we'll answer them as best we can. Last week, a Marvel Studios executive producer on Moon Knight stated that the series has no attachment to the current MCU. That is accurate, but notice the very specific wording he used, current MCU. That's because Moon Knight only connects to things that are coming soon, namely Blade, the Midnight Suns, and the whole supernatural side of the MCU. We technically got Blade's voice at the end of the Eternals, but that doesn't really count as a current MCU. Now, what does all of this actually mean? As far as we can tell, Blade won't actually appear in Moon Knight. Instead, Dracula will show up at some point. Don't think of Dracula as the main villain in Moon Knight though, that's most likely going to be the Sun King, but we'll cover that in a later video. Dracula will show up in a smaller role, somewhat similar to how Kingpin showed up in the Hawkeye series. In fact, we probably won't even see Dracula as much as we saw Kingpin in Hawkeye. Dracula will very likely be the main villain that Blade is chasing after. We assume this will happen in the Blade movie, likely to release on October 6, 2023. However, once the supernatural side of the MCU kicks off in Moon Knight, it will continue in the Werewolf by Night Halloween special that will also feature Vampire by Night and is expected to release on Disney Plus this October, as well as the Man-Thing Halloween special likely to arrive right after the Blade movie in October 2023. All these Disney Plus series and Halloween one-off specials, as well as the Blade movie, will all work toward the eventual formation of the Midnight Suns. We already did a quick introductory video on the Midnight Suns last year, which we'll likely be updating soon, but it's basically an Avengers-like team that fights off supernatural threats. We're guessing that the Midnight Suns may team up to fight against Lilith, who may be loosely tied to the villains in Ms. Marvel. Reliable sources are claiming that Clandestine and the NICE organization are the main antagonists in the Ms. Marvel Disney Plus series. In the comics, Clandestine are related to the Jinn race, who are directly tied to Lilith. Whether or not that same connection happens in the MCU is currently unknown, but it could be an indirect way of bringing Lilith into the MCU. Since it seems at least some of Moon Knight takes place in ancient Egypt, we were hoping to see the Ramatut variant of Kang the Conqueror, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. We will have early access to the first 4 episodes of Moon Knight, so watch our social media channels for our thoughts on the series. Our episode reviews will start on March 29th here on the YouTube channel, with a bunch of Moon Knight coverage planned for that week and the weeks that follow. Moon Knight arrives on Disney Plus on Wednesday, March 30th, and will release every Wednesday after that until all 6 episodes are available. For now, that wraps up this video. If you have any questions about Moon Knight or his connection to Blade and the Midnight Suns, leave a comment below. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with someone who loves Marvel and Moon Knight.